All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to Friday. Welcome to America Talks Live. I'm Steve Malzberg, and we would love to hear from you folks at 877-Newsmax. 877-Newsmax, because I'm Steve Malzberg, and you are America. So I want to hear from you. Oh, boy, do we have a lot to talk about. First of all, yesterday, a scare as Vice Presidential candidate Mike Pence's plane landed here in New York City and skidded off the runway, which is always a very serious event. Today, in the aftermath, thank God everybody was okay, Mike Pence discussed that.
We're great, thank God, and just very grateful for the concern expressed for us. It was about 10 seconds of uncertainty as we landed. We had a low ceiling, came in, but once we were on the ground, you could tell they were trying to brake, stop the aircraft as quickly as possible. It slid back and forth a little bit, then left the runway, but all are well. Once the plane came to a stop, we noticed that there was mud on the windows on our front half of the plane, and we smelled the burned rubber. But it was over quickly.
Mud on the plane, on the windows, which indicates they went into a grassy area, and there's no mud on the runway. They smelled the burning rubber of the tires. This is always a serious matter. So Donald Trump at his rally in Ohio alluded to it shortly after it happened and said it was a very grave situation, but everybody's okay. So Don Lemon on CNN played that soundbite and then came back, and I was watching this, and he's like, grave situation, making light of it, chuckling, giggling, again, attacking Donald Trump for expressing concern and the manner in which he described that his VP candidate and all the press on the plane and everyone else skidded off the runway. And because it was Donald Trump expressing it, and because I guess it was Mike Pence on the plane and not Tim Kaine, Don Lemon got a chuckle out of the whole thing. It was disgraceful. I almost tweeted about it and Facebook posted it, but you know what? I got no patience for that anymore. I really don't. But it was disgusting, just disgusting. All right, let's move on. Speaking of disgusting, I think the emails that have been revealed through WikiLeaks, especially the one where Bill Clinton's top right-hand man has, and I'm trying to simplify all this for you folks, it's been shown that while he was soliciting campaign donations to the foundation, the Clinton Foundation, he was also working at the same time to get paid speeches and paid jobs for Bill Clinton and lavish gifts for Bill Clinton. And this Clinton Foundation, to me, has always been a scam. And now I think the proof is out there more than ever that this is a scam, in my opinion. I got to tell you, Chuck Todd, of all people, he's seeing what's going on, and he weighed in.
On one hand, it only confirms a lot of suspicion that had been out there that Bill Clinton's private businesses and his foundation work are just way too commingled. As a former president, if Hillary Clinton weren't running for anything and weren't serving the government, nobody would care. This isn't a story. And you would sit there and say, yeah, boy, looks a little messy. What are you doing there? The minute you have the idea that he still has influence.
Yeah, he still has influence. And then Chuck Todd said this.
There is no way on any circumstance the Clinton Foundation should be operating if she becomes president. I don't see how they can keep that going. I just don't.
That's Chuck Todd saying the Clinton Foundation should shut down if she becomes president. What do you think the chances of that happening are? What would little Chelsea do, for instance? And there's been some vicious emails about Chelsea, too, from coworkers, etc. This whole thing, folks, are we not sick of the Clintons? And we may be just starting all over again. Donald Trump yesterday had this to say.
What a difference. What a difference this is. And just thinking to myself right now, we should just cancel the election and just give it to Trump, right? What are we even having it for? What are we having it for? Her policies are so bad.